power of Johrei. Beneficial effects of receiving Johrei on general health or hypothermia tendency highlights. Receiving Johrei is associated with positive health changes in recipients. Receiving Johrei is associated with the increased blood flow and body temperature. Johrei treatment are beneficial to both healthy and hypothermia recipients. Abstract objectives. Johrei is a type of biofield therapy that is said to bring physical and mental well-being to the recipient. This study sought to measure changes in body temperature and circulation resulting from Johrei treatment for generally healthy subjects and for individuals with a tendency toward hypothermia. Participants, a total of 199 qualified Johrei practitioners and 144 non-qualified operators, provided Johrei and placebo treatment, respectively. Volunteer subjects, 186 in general health and 39 with a hypothermia tendency, participated in this study to receive either or both of these treatments. Methods. Each subject was given a 10 minutes treatment daily by either a qualified practitioner or a non-qualified operator. The effects on subjects of receiving each treatment were compared by observing quantitative changes in blood flow and surface body temperature after a course of treatment. Results. A total of 107 healthy subjects were randomly assigned to the qualified practitioner group or the non-qualified operator group. Treatment by qualified practitioners significantly enhanced blood flow and surface body temperature in the subject's designated neck area compared to that in treatment by non-qualified operators. This finding was further corroborated by a comparative experiment in which each healthy subject was treated by both a qualified practitioner and a non-qualified operator. These results indicate that only the qualified practitioner treatment increased the subject's blood flow and surface body temperature. Similarly, in a comparative study of qualified practitioner treatment against non-qualified operator treatment, subjects tending toward hypothermia showed increased blood flow and elevated body temperature with only the authentic Johrei treatment. Keywords: biofield therapy, blood flow, body temperature, health benefits. Johrei. Introduction. Johrei is a type of biofield therapy initially formulated by Mokichi Okada in 1935 in Japan. Although the biological mechanism of Johrei remains to be elucidated, the underlying principles are based on Okada's concepts. Point 1. According to these concepts, Johrei involves the practitioner absorbing a life force energy of the universe and transmitting it by directing their hand toward the recipient. During Johrei treatment, the practitioner, with feelings of wishing the recipient's well-being and happiness, envisions the power penetrating the recipient's body. The concept also states that all creatures, including human beings, consist of the physical body in the physical world and the spiritual body belonging to the spiritual world, and that Johrei brings both physical and spiritual well-being to the recipient. Globally, however, Johrei is not widely used. This is likely because evidence of the benefits of Johrei is validated by scientific fields such as biochemistry, biology, epidemiology, and medical research is limited and variable in quality. Therefore, to increase the general acceptance of Johrei methods, more scientific evidence is needed to address such fundamental questions as whether Johrei power exists and whether it has health benefits for recipients. To date, there are several in vitro studies using cultured human cell lines into the effects of Johrei practice. Point 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 5 papers published so far. Only one paper provides evidence supporting Johrei power, 3 2 present opposing evidence, 4, 5. 6 and the other one showed mixed results. Point 2. The conflicting findings of these studies may be attributable to differences in experimental conditions used, e.g., types and properties of cells used, the density of cells seeded in dishes, and the frequency and duration of Johrei healing. Although in vitro studies have the advantage of tightly controlling conditions to minimize psychological and artificial bias, it is obvious, to identify the effects of receiving Johrei for people either generally healthy or with pathological conditions, in vivo human studies are necessary. Previous studies involving human subjects have indicated that Johrei can enhance the immune system, 7 reduce negative mood states, and increase positive mood states after acute laboratory stress. Point 8. Johrei has also been reported to impart health benefits upon both recipients 9, 10 and practitioners. Point 9. Recently, another in vivo study has documented significant differences between the alpha waves of healthy subjects receiving Okada purifying therapy, Johrei, and placebo groups, 11. Although it is not clear whether these are directly linked to health benefits.
However, despite extending knowledge beyond the limits of in vivo studies, conclusive evidence of the benefits of Johrei may still be considered lacking because of the difficulties of eliminating psychological and other influences that may arise from relations between the practitioner and the receiver. Accordingly, the present study was designed as a single-blind, randomized, placebo-controlled trial using a number of qualified practitioners and non-qualified operators and volunteer subjects. In an attempt to minimize psychological effects and ensure the objectivity of the research as much as possible, this study was conducted as a relatively large-scale trial with a number of subjects treated by either qualified practitioners or non-qualified operators. It is known that suboptimal blood circulation is not conducive to human health. The importance thereof is evidenced by several reports associating increased blood flow with a reduction in cognitive and behavioral impairment or decline. 12. 13. Promotion of health-associated conditions. 12. An elimination or reduction of etiological factors related to various diseases such as diabetes. 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Hypothermia. 20, 21, 22, 23. Heat stress. 24, 25. Hyperthermia. 26, 27. Hypotension. 28, 29. Hypertension. 30, 31, 32. And cancer. 33, 34. Additionally, body temperature is a critical variable in health and disease. Normal human body core temperature is maintained at approximately 37 degrees Celsius, maintaining normal cellular function. Departure from normothermia is thought to cause potentially life-threatening conditions. 35, 36, 37. Therefore, it is important to accurately determine the patient's body temperature in clinical practice. Various non-invasive methods to measure body temperature at the rectum, mouth, tympanic membrane, and temporal artery provide approximate and indirect indications of body core temperature. 37. However, the results are variable and sometimes conflicting. Meanwhile, there are two main measures of body temperature changes, actual and predictive. The equilibrium temperature predictive measurement technique has been developed and is widely used globally. This measurement method was developed to reduce the time needed to obtain a measurement, which is regarded as a disadvantage of the actual measurement. Axillary body temperature measurements using this technique have been reported to be able to approximate the core temperature. 38, 39. Hypothermia is defined as a core body temperature below 35 degrees Celsius and is known to be associated with marked depression of cerebral blood flow and oxygen supply, reduced cardiac output, impaired mental function, and hypotension. 35, 36. In addition to the reduced body temperature, hypothermia is also associated with decreased blood flow. 20, 21, 22. 23. Maintenance of sufficient core body temperature is known to be essential for human health. Elevation of the core body temperature is also known to benefit human health. Such benefits include enhancement of the immune system, 40, 41. Reduced risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases, 10, 11. Reduction of impaired vasodilation in diabetic patients, 42, 43. Promotion of bone and cartilage growth, 44. And increased cervical carcinoma response. 45. Accordingly, In this study, we measured changes in blood flow and body temperature to evaluate Johrei treatment against a placebo treatment with generally healthy subjects and particularly with subjects tending toward hypothermia. Hypothermia tendency was, for these purposes, defined as a body temperature below 36 degrees Celsius.
God bless all of us.
Materials and methods.
Okay.